Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk Talk Speak podcast.
Hi there.
Today on the deep dive, we're tackling something really practical, something you probably do all the time, maybe without even thinking much about it.
Right, ordering coffee.
Exactly. Whether you're traveling or it's just your daily routine, ordering coffee in English.
And it might seem, basic, but actually nailing this, it really gives your confidence a boost.
It really does. And it's a great learning scenario, isn't it? Because it happens so often.
Absolutely. It's got its own specific words, polite phrases, a kind of predictable flow.
So it's not just about getting coffee.
No, not at all. It's a real step towards feeling more comfortable speaking everyday English.
Okay, so that's our goal today. We want to get you feeling confident ordering that coffee.
Uh-huh.
We'll start with some keywords, the really essential vocabulary for a cafe.
Then we'll see how those words actually work in sentences, how people really use them.
Yeah, see them in action. And then, to pull it all together, we've got a short story.
Right, set in a cafe, so you can hear how a typical conversation might sound.
It makes learning way more concrete, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Focusing on a real task, like getting a coffee.
Definitely. You see the point immediately. And breaking it down like this, words, examples, story, should make it, easier to digest.
Hopefully enjoyable, too.
Let's hope so.
Okay, let's jump in. First things first. The words. Your essential cafe toolkit.
These are your building blocks. Knowing these means you can understand what the barista is asking and you can say what you want. That's the foundation, really.
We've picked out 12 words. Pretty common ones you'll hear or need to use.
And for each one, we'll give you the type of word, noun, verb, whatever, a quick definition in English.
And the Chinese translation, too, just to help make that connection.
And it's a mix, not just things like latte.
Right. Actions, too.
Like order or pay, and words to describe things like hot or cozy. It gives you more to work with.
And knowing if it's a noun or a verb, that really helps later on, doesn't it? For making your own sentences.
Totally. It helps with grammar, makes things click. You move beyond just memorizing a list.
Okay, ready for word number 1.
Let's do it.
First up, barista. That's a noun.
Uh-huh.
And it means a person who makes and serves coffee drinks.
The coffee expert behind the counter in Chinese.
Yeah. Next, customer. Also a noun.
That's you, a person who buys goods or services. Or,
Sure. Then we have menu. Noun again.
simple enough, a list of food and drinks available at a cafe or restaurant.
Number 4, counter. Noun.
A long, flat surface where orders are taken or served. That's ka, often where the pastries are, too.
Good point. Okay, now in action. Order. This is a verb.
To request food or drinks. Or a sham, but order can also be a noun, right? Like, your order is ready.
True. Yeah. Good distinction. Next, size.
Noun.
The dimensions of something like small, medium, large. That's do or canarche.
Sometimes they have fancy names for sizes, too, don't they?
They do. Venti, grande, depends on the place.
Okay, a popular drink. Latte. Noun. A coffee drink made with espresso and steamed milk. Very common.
And the heart of many coffee drinks. Espresso. Noun.
A strong black coffee made by forcing steam through ground coffee beans. That concentrated shot.
Gives it the kick.
Exactly.
What about those tasty things often near the counter? Pastry. Noun.
Yes. A sweet-baked good, often made with flour, fat, and sugar. Think croissants, muffins, or et. Cup.
Making me hungry now. Okay, crucial verb. Pay.
To give money for goods or services received. You gotta pay eventually.
Usually. All right, a describing word. Hot. Adjective.
Means having a high degree of heat or a high temperature. Watch out for that fresh coffee.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And our last core word. Cozy. Also an adjective.
This describes a feeling, giving a feeling of comfort, warmth, and relaxation. Or, what many cafes aim for.
That nice, comfortable vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the list. 12 key words, but like we said, just knowing the definition.
Isn't quite enough. You need to see how they fit into actual sentences, how people use them naturally.
Right, context is everything.
Understanding how they work in different situations, that's what builds real confidence for when you're actually there ordering.
So for every single one of those 12 words, we've got 3 example sentences.
And these aren't just super basic sentences. They show a bit more variety, more natural English phrasing.
Hopefully at a level that's useful, maybe high school to university level, roughly.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And seeing multiple examples helps you catch the nuances, maybe common phrases or word pairs.
Collocations, right?
Exactly, collocations, like place an order or regular customer. Helps you sound more natural.
And it reinforces the grammar, too, sort of indirectly.
Right. Okay, shall we dive into the examples?
Let's do it. Starting with barista.
Okay, sentence 1. The skilled barista meticulously crafted latte art that resembled a swan.
Nice image. Shows the barista doing something skillful.
Second one. If you have any dietary restrictions, please inform the barista before placing your order.
Practical advice there. The barista is the person to tell.
And third, he aspires to become a certified barista after completing an intensive coffee brewing course.
Shows it as a job, a profession.
Right. Moving on to customer.
First, the cafe aims to provide every customer with a pleasant and efficient service experience.
Standard business goal, focusing on the customer.
Second, as a regular customer, she was greeted by name whenever she visited the coffee shop.
Shows that relationship you can build if you go somewhere often. And third, for customer. Handling complaints effectively is crucial for maintaining customer satisfaction and loyalty.
More from the business side, why customers matter.
Okay, menu.
Please take a moment to look over the menu. We have several seasonal specials today.
Something the staff might say to you, very polite.
Second, the cafe recently updated its menu to include more vegan and gluten-free options.
Shows how menus change, adapt to different diets. And third, he scanned the menu quickly, searching for his favorite espresso-based beverage.
Just very typical customer action.
Okay, counter.
Place your order at the front counter, and they will call your name when it's ready.
Clear instruction, tells you the process. She wiped down the sticky counter after a customer accidentally spilled some coffee.
A bit of everyday cafe reality there.
Yeah. And the pastries displayed on the counter looked incredibly tempting.
Using the counter for display, like we mentioned.
Now for the verb, order.
I would like to order a large iced latte with oat milk, please.
The classic way to state what you want. Polite and clear.
They decided to order some sandwiches as well, since they were feeling quite hungry.
Shows you can order food too, not just drinks.
Have you already ordered, or are you still deciding what you want?
A question the barista might ask you.
Okay, size.
What size coffee would you like? We offer small, medium, and large. The standard question you'll probably hear. He always gets the largest size available because he needs a lot of caffeine in the morning.
Gives a reason behind the choice.
And the price varies depending on the size and complexity of the drink you choose.
Explains how size affects the cost. Pretty logical. Now for latte.
She prefers a latte in the morning because it's smoother and less intense than plain espresso.
Compares it to espresso, gives a personal preference. Could I get a vanilla latte with an extra shot of espresso?
Shows how you can customize your order. Add flavors, more espresso.
Right, and the cafe is famous for its signature lavender honey latte.
Highlights a special or unique drink they might offer. Okay, espresso.
He needed a double shot of espresso to help him stay awake during the afternoon meeting.
Huh? Yes, the practical effect of espresso. Second, espresso forms the base for many popular coffee drinks like cappuccinos and lattes.
Explains its role, it's fundamental.
And the intense aroma of freshly brewed espresso filled the small cafe.
Focuses on the smell, that sensory experience.
Yeah.
All right, pastry.
They selected a flaky croissant and an almond pastry to share with their coffee.
Choosing specific items, maybe to share. The cafe offers a wide assortment of fresh pastries delivered daily from a local bakery.
Emphasizes the variety and freshness. Good selling points.
And indulging in a warm pastry on a cold morning is one of life's simple pleasures.
Connects it to that feeling of comfort again.
Okay, the verb pay.
How would you like to pay for your order today, cash or card?
Super common question at the till or counter.
Please remember to pay at the counter before picking up your drinks.
An instruction you might see or hear in some places. Pay first.
And he used his mobile phone to pay contactless, which was quick and convenient.
Shows a modern payment method. Tap and go. Getting there. Now hot.
Be careful when handling the cup. The coffee is extremely hot.
A necessary warning.
On a cold winter day, nothing beats a steaming hot chocolate.
Associates hot with warmth, comfort, especially in winter.
And would you prefer your beverage hot or iced today?
Another common choice they'll offer you. Okay, last one. Cozy.
They found a cozy little corner with comfortable armchairs, perfect for a long chat.
Describes a specific spot within the cafe. Ideal for relaxing.
The cafe had a warm and cozy atmosphere, enhanced by soft lighting and background music.
Describes the overall feeling, the ambiance of the whole place, and despite the rain outside, it felt wonderfully cozy inside the bustling coffee shop.
Contrasting the inside comfort with the bad weather outside makes it feel even cozier.
Phew. Okay, so that's the vocabulary and how those words work in sentences.
Yeah, seeing them used like that gives you a much better feel for them, I think.
Definitely. But now let's put it all together. We've got a short story.
Right, because stories are, well, they're great for learning, aren't they? They stick in your mind.
They really do. They show the natural flow, the back and forth of a real interaction. You can almost picture it.
And this story uses the words we've just covered. It basically walks you through a typical visit to a cafe.
From walking in, ordering, paying, getting the drinks, the whole process.
Shows you that practical communication. And we kept it short, under 600 words.
Yeah, nice and focused on using our core words naturally. Okay, let's listen to a cozy coffee break.
Okay, so Liam pushed open the glass door of the daily grind, stepping in from the crisp afternoon air.
Instantly, he gets that amazing smell right. Warm coffee, very welcoming.
Exactly. He looks around, spots his friend Chloe. She's already found a nice spot, a comfy armchair in a cozy nook.
Hey, you made it, Chloe says, smiling. She mentions she was checking out the pastries. That almond croissant looks incredible.
Liam agrees. Definitely tempting. He looks over at the pastries on the counter. Shall we go ahead and order?
So they head to the counter. There's a barista there, wiping down the espresso machine. Looks friendly.
Yep. The barista greets them. Good afternoon. What can I get started for you both? Cheerful.
Chloe looks up at the menu board. Thinks for a sec. I think I'll go for a latte, please. A medium size.
Liam says, I'll have the same. A medium latte. But then he adds a request. But can I please have mine extra hot?
Not a problem, the barista says, confirming. 2 medium lattes, 1 extra hot. Anything else for you today?
And Chloe remembers the pastry. Oh, you know what? She points. Could we also add one of those croissants?
Excellent choice, says the barista, grabbing the croissant. Repeats the order. So that will be 2 medium lattes, 1 extra hot, and a croissant. Your total comes to $13.20.
Liam gets his wallet out to pay. Here you are.
Thank you, says the barista, taking the payment. We'll bring your order over to your cozy corner as soon as it's ready. Gives him his change.
Nice touch bringing it over. So they go sit in those armchairs. The cafe's got the nice background buzz, other customers talking, mugs clinking, the sound of the espresso machine.
Yeah, that typical pleasant cafe atmosphere. A nice break from work or whatever.
A few minutes later, the barista brings their tray. 2 steaming lattes, the croissant.
Liam tries his extra hot latte carefully.
Ah, perfect, he says. Just the right temperature.
Chloe breaks off some of the pastry, offers it to Liam. You have to try this. It's so good. So they chat, about work, deadlines, how the espresso is helping them feel more awake.
Uh-huh. And the story hints they're regular customers. The barista kind of knows them.
Right. They finish up their drinks, the pastry, feeling refreshed, recharged.
That little escape to the cozy cafe, the hot drinks. It did the trick. Ready for the rest of the day.
So there you have it. A full journey, really. From individual words
to seeing them in sentences
to hearing them in a natural-sounding cafe conversation, we've really dug into the language of ordering coffee.
And hopefully you feel a bit more prepared now. Remember, practice is key.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to use these words next time you're in an English-speaking cafe. Even small interactions build confidence.
Every little bit helps you get more comfortable, more fluent.
Thank you for joining us. See you next time.